Welcome back for this not last part, the almost last part of this devlog, where I will be walking through the not the last but the previous last section of the prototype, where you will be encountering the enforcer glitch. So we left with this situation here where I said that you could take back your glitch here, but another strategy, because as you can see, we've been there for the on collider, we've been there for the demassifier, and we've been there for the switcher. But now we need to go there for the enforcer. And you may have noticed that it's pretty high up. So the strategy, you may think that why not take our platform here, rotate it. Again, it's really hard to do this correctly. And try to go up by making our stairs. And it might be possible, honestly, this is not the way I've used, but if I hadn't, for some strange, mysterious reason, lost some of my crates under the floor, I'm pretty sure it's possible to do this by creating your platform like this. Let me put it down here. But another method, because as you can remember, the whole point is to use multiple glitch to interact with the environment. You can use another really best way to do this, and we have to go there, remember. So you can, why not, move some platform around. So I've moved with a platform here, and let's see, we managed to bring this platform right here. Okay, let's try to do this again. Oh. So you can create your own ladder. And I want to try something. It's a primeur, as we say in French. Let's try to bring this cube up. Let's see what we can do here. Is it possible? Why not demassify it so it will make our life easier? Translate a bit. Okay, I want to try something that I've not thought about, but I think it's possible. Let's say we have this cube right here. So what we can do is also switch place with it by putting a switcher on it, but now it's not high enough. So let's try to go a little bit higher. Sorry. So let me. Oh Jesus! I lost it. It's something. Let's try again because it wasn't really conclusive. No, we don't want the whole environment. Again, a bit higher. Okay, so let's jump. And also, two things I want to point towards. First thing first, if you jump, you have this really normal time flow of a time scale of 1. But if you jump and aim for the switcher, oh Jesus, yeah, that's it. And if you aim for the switcher, as I've done, there's a little time slowing here, really small, just to give you enough. And it's a time, the time scale that just reduce a bit according to a flow that is changing over time. And so you have just this small, practically unnoticeable slow of time, and it gives you a small breathing room just aim at the right place while you are moving to switch with the where you are moving to switch with an object that you have planned. So let's go up there. Pretty sure that we can do it right now. Oh. Okay, and yeah, I could use my block here to go there, and it is a possibility. But another thing I want to show you that it's possible. I just think about this. Okay, let's say I want to put it there. So now the object is pretty close to the platform I want to reach. So why not put a switcher on it and switch place with it. So ta-da! So this is another cool way that you can combine glitch. So I don't know if you noticed, but the object was in both states. So it was demassified, but it was also switchable. And so I use this combination of glitch to manage my way up there. And as you can remember, you have a bug manager here that you can use to manipulate the multiple glitch at the same time. So you can just turn them on or off according to your need. I don't know which one, maybe it's the one right here. I don't want to fall down, so I will not check this, but yeah, you get the point. So let me take this back. And now we are up to the last section of our prototype, not the last section, but the previous last, because we need the last glitch, in fact. So, oh, here, a wall. What can I do? Of course, as you can figure out, you can use your collider to go through walls. So we are here. We need to reach this place up there. How can we do this? How can we do this? I'll let you think about it. Not self-explanatory, right? But if you think long enough, you'll maybe get the idea that you can switch place with object. And so here's my object. Let me aim at it, and bang, I can fall back here, and I'm up there. So this is another new section. You have this bridge here that we need to reach. Let's use a platform to do so. So let me create this small staircase, improvised staircase, without this time losing my crate through the floor, which was not a good thing. I don't know why my texture is not animating. I shouldn't check my shader graph to see what happened. Jesus, as I said, it's so hard to just manipulate this rotation mechanic. If you have any kind of documentation on how I should implement this kind of mechanics, it feels inverted. It depends on where the object is facing, so it depends on its axis in world coordinates. So this is why sometimes pushing the mouse forward rotated backward, and sometimes it rotates it forward. It depends on how it is facing in world coordinates. So it's pretty complicated, I think, but it works. So we're here now. We are in a new section, and again, my little cheat trick, the bridge is gone. So you cannot just take an object, create your staircase with a demassifier, and then enjoy your way out. No, you have to use the new glitch. So let's buy some stuff so we can do this puzzle. So I have 3 demassifier. Let's crank that up. I may need some patch, I don't know yet. It's expensive, so it must be important. My life it's on top. I have a couple of switcher, a couple of colliders. I'm pretty covered. So let's experiment with this puzzle. So check around, some other bugs. So you see here, if you compare with the first video, the flux is way more dynamic. I think it depends on the environment. Again, if the space is more restrained, the wall that serve as obstacle, they are considered closer, so they are maybe more in their core. Maybe their neighboring value it's lower, but as you can see, they are really much faster. So it's really hard to hit them when they are as fast. But since they are grouped together, the chance that you hit some of them is pretty high. So I think from a difficulty standpoint, I think it holds. It's not too hard. I think it's manageable. And again, I'm not in debt right here at the moment. I'm pretty covered with all the dead pixel I have. Okay, so a couple of ways to do this puzzle. I love to have multiple ways to do them. You can create a platform. Let's do this right now. In fact, so we want to go up there. So the demassifier seems to be the way to go. Okay, so let's create our platform. Oh, maybe this is enough. Let's try it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Collider has been removed. Strange. Let's try again. The situation we just experienced right now is because when the player is holding an object, I just ignore collision between the player capsule collider and the collider of the object. So the object can be closer to the player without pushing him. Because in the other scenario, if the object was able to push the player, I could just use a box and jump and put the box right underneath me and scroll the box up, and I can just do some object climbing and go anywhere I want with this with this collision detection situation. But now the object cannot push the player, so I think it's pretty important to do it that way. Okay, so I can do a couple of things here. I could, of course, use the uncollider and just run my way here. But if the player is crafty or if he wants to use other strategy, it's totally possible. Another one I have envisioned is just using a switcher. So let me switch place with that wall, and now the wall isn't there anymore. So it's pretty awesome that I can just now go there without using an uncollider, because the uncollider is really useful, but it's one that you always consume compared to the demassifier that you can always take back, like here can always take back. So it's pretty you have to forget to miss. Oh, Jesus Christ, are you serious? I have to do this again? Little bastard. I will defend myself. I will be the tester the designer wants me to be and just fight my way through this. Will not win. Okay, if there is less, I will be more in peace. Yes, that's it. Okay. So let's construct back our ladder, our platforms. Okay, this seems to be good. Maybe not. Nope, a bit higher. That will do it. So here again, a little wall run, a little wall jump, little wall run, little wall jump. And we have this final situation where we need, as you may envision or may remember, we need a demassifier, an uncollider to remove the bar. And just to be safe, because maybe that jump is possible, but I've already fall, so I will just use a demassifier here to create a platform and just be sure that I can make this jump. Bang! And now we have the last glitch of our game, which is the enforcer, my top favorite. Close second with the switcher, but still my favorite, the enforcer. So the enforcer basically is a rocket jumping mechanic, but configurable one, let's say. So you see this small video where you will be able to view what I have in mind with this glitch. Again, a small narration here that I will keep secret for now, or just I will not go into it. And just take a look at the video. You see now this bubble that is growing. So it's a sphere that is growing to represent the shockwave impact of the enforcer when the object is glitched. And so let's just take a look at the control here. So again, you apply the glitch with the mouse one, you tune the glitch with the right mouse, you interact with object with E. This is pretty much standard all throughout the game. And you throw the object with mouse 1 and unglitch with F. So it's pretty straightforward. Let's do this. So now that we have the enforcer here, let's equip it and try to, let's just take back our glitch here and apply it on a small object, because a small object is easier to throw. So I have my object here, and if I throw it, nothing happens because it's not the object isn't glitch anymore per se. Remember, you have to tune the glitch to be able to create an effect. Okay, so nothing happens, but if you tune the glitch, you can access this new visual editor. So in the first video, in my first devlog, I think it's the second one, the interface was really more textual. So you were able to implement, to manipulate some sliders and implement some values in some input box. But I thought it was too much complicated, too much text, too much, yeah, it was too much information. So I have really simplified this. And at first there were, I think, something around like 8 values to manipulate. So you have the airflow, you have the shock, you have the impact force, the force impulse, you have some XYZ coordinate to configure a vector tree. That was a vector 3, sorry, that was fixing the direction of the pushing effect. So you have, and each of the values of that vector 3 could be inverted into their minus value. So if you input like 5, you could check a box that was implementing -5. So it was a lot to manage, I think. I think it was mentally too overloading. And so what I have decided to do is to bring back the effect to only 3 variables. So those variables are shown here. So you have the shockwave force. So as you can see, when I manipulate the slider, you have the actual value going from 1 to 100. And so you can notice that this slider is associated with the variable shockwave force. And you have this small icon that I have added here that mimic the enforcer icon, and a kind of a shockwave effect with that little parenthesis, small curve right here near the edge of the icon. And so you can easily make the association with shockwave force and this kind of impact icon. And in the middle you have the upward force. So I have this box that is flying around, that is pushed in the air. Again, we have a textual explanation and also visual graphical explanation, and you have the airflow, so the possibility to slide left to right with easiness during the ascension, during the trajectory. Okay, so let's just toy around with this. So let's make really small value just to see the graphical element that I have created to explain to the player, to visually explain to the player how this glitch function. So let's activate the code here. And now the object is glitched. So you can throw it and you will see some reaction. Boom. So you have this nice graphic, this nice shader graph effect that I have put on a sphere that I have animated in the animation module of Unity. So basically it's just a sphere that is growing up to a certain rhythm. So I have really worked hard to get the rhythm right. I don't want just a sphere that start at 0 scale and just grow up until 40 scale continuously without any modulation. So I just really implement a big impact at the beginning, so a small break, and then another big impact near the end. And on top of that, in the animation module, I have also animate the alpha channel of the sphere. So what you've seen here, let's use another enforcer on that object. And so as you will see, now everything is still in place when I have the past value are kept in the enforcer. So if I go back, you can see that all the value are cached in memory and apply back as soon as I've shot another enforcer or apply another enforcer on an object. So it's more convenient, I think, that way, instead of each time applying the glitch and go back and retuning or refining your previous value to be sure, or to adjust your jump or everything. Now the value are kept intact, and you're just go in if you have adjustment to make. If you didn't go high enough, just crank the eye. If the impact wasn't hard enough, you can just crank the shockwave force. And if your airflow was not enough fluid, you can just adjust the airflow. So it's really more convenient. So let's take a look at this effect again. Oh, I've touched a red section here, so this is why I have a respawn. So you have this cool effect, and the alpha, as I was saying, the alpha channel is fading out. So the sphere is just growing, but at some point it's dissipating, but basically it becomes transparent, and after a certain point I just destroy the sphere. And the other thing that you might have noticed, and this is a visual effect that I'm really happy. So you have the sphere, but you also have a shader that is applied on the screen space. So when I shoot the object, so yes, you have the sphere, but you also have this modulating wavy effect on the screen itself. So it's transparent. It's a transparent effect that start from the center and grow until the border of the screen, and it's just a ripple effect that is created. And so really take a look not at the sphere but at the screen, and you will see it. Let's take a look. So you see the screen just kind of moves, and so I'm really happy with that effect. To be honest, it was really hard to implement, so I have to watch a lot of tutorial and start using post-processing, and post-processing was all new for me. So I'm really happy with how it works and how it conveys the idea of being pushed around by an object that has been enforced by the glitch, the enforcer glitch. And so yeah, so since we now have this glitch, what can we do? What can we do? Let's buy more just to be sure. What can we do? We have to get back of this place. And so there's different ways to do this. You can use an enforcer, but with a really small value for as a kickback. Oh, Jesus Christ. So let's take it. And oh, Jesus, it will launch me. Okay, let's apply and tune it. So we will not jump really small bump in the air, but a huge amount of airflow, so I can try to go back through the red section to reach the other end, because I want to go back in the beginning. Let's try this. So I can do this and try to, since I have a huge air drag, I can just manage my way through the section, the smaller section here. But the other way, I think it's pretty awesome. It's let's enforce this, but be radical. Let's really be pushy and try to create a really huge bump to get some air, and then a huge air drag to be able to slide until the beginning. So let's try this. Let's activate the code. Now this object is a crazy effect, a crazy enforcer. And when I will smash this, I will be catapulted in the air violently. But as you can see here, there's a roof. But if you're clever enough, you know you can use onCollider to remove the roof. Let me buy some more stuff just to be backed up. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. And so now I can go through the roof. Bang! And since I have air drag really at the top, as you remember, I can easily navigate the space and aim towards my my goal, which is the main hub. And if I hold Control, I can go down. Oh my god, I almost missed it. I can go down really much faster. So instead of being like 5 minutes in the air, 2 minutes in the air, waiting for my character to go back, to drop, I can just hold the Control key and accelerate my falling trajectory. And so now we're here. And because I have taken the transgressive route, I've reached this margin of the system. For now, it's really rudimentary. It's just basics. There's nothing in the system margin. There's only the transgressive route. So if I start to remove this this crack here, I can destroy the three set of plane here, plank. Oh my god, man. Oh, I'm so English. Okay, so if I remove the 3 set of planks here, the crack will start to open and the game will finish. But this is because I've used this transgressive attitude of combining the enforcer with the onCollider, which I was able to jump really high enough over the whole level. But if I have taken this section here, I would have ended up here because I will have get out of that tunnel. And so let's, for the sake of the demonstration, let's just let's just pretend that I've used this way. If you've done this, you will have to do the same thing to reach the end of the level as the other section, which means removing the collider of those objects that are blocking the way and enforcing an object. Maybe this time we will be much calmer on that front. Let's activate this and align the character with the space, and let's do this. Bang. And now we are in the last room. And this last room, where you can finally finish this prototype, is configured that way. So you have this checkpoint here again. If you have not enough glitches to finish the level, you can buy some. You have also some bugs here that are really fast. You have bugs here that you can eliminate or correct to get the currency if you need some. But the basic idea is pretty simple. Since you have manipulate all the glitch already, just make the object fall. So now we have this object here to climb up. Why not using the enforcer to do so? Oh, I was too fast. Too fast to be detected by the the trigger box here, I guess. So, oh Jesus, there's just, oh, you see, so now I haven't enough ammo. I have 0 enforcer, so when I try to shoot, there is no ammo that's going out, so I need to buy more. Let's buy a couple of enforcer, get the job done, because we're a good employee, a good tester. And apply this, and I will try to fly around here. here we go. And now when you're here, if you have been a good listener of the tutorial, you have seen this action, which means aiming at the crack. This is the main problematic area that justified that all the prototype, all the level is broken, that justified that the physics is messed up and everything. So you have to equip the patch. So as you can see, you have this symbol of the plank that replicates the artifact that you have in your debug toolkit, which is your tool to debug the game. So you have to apply them, and when you equip the patch, you see this transparent iteration of the same 3D model. So it indicates that you need to put 3 patch. I think it's pretty useful. And let's finish this. So when you patch all the level, now the level is getting corrected here, and then the game is finished. When you click there, you have this nice fade to black situation, and you are bring to the next level. So that's pretty much it. I hope you find this interesting. That there's a lot of work behind this prototype. So again, if you have any commentary, any constructive criticism, any suggestion, any things that was unclear in my demonstration that you think needs some refinement or clarification in a design perspective, anything basically, feel free to hit me up and call me or reach out to propose your commentary. That will be really useful for me. So the next step from here, going from here, it's really the art direction of the project. So I really want to start with a real level, with some assets that I have chosen for the art direction of the project. So yeah, I will have to create this really level that will have to use the glitch to go through, to go over the representation and go in this margin of the system. But in the margin, I will be putting some glitch art pieces, and the player will be able to use the glitches they have found in the level basically, and use them to replace or reconfigure the art object. To use them as platform, to use them as a wall for wall running, to use them to switch place with them, and by switching place you will be able to embed some artworks together to create new art form. That will be amazing. I'm really excited to start designing this level. It will be much easier also. Just one basic photorealistic level with some basic lighting and this small level that will where the player will feel constrained in this movement, where the glitch will not be able to be used in all their richness and possibility. So you will have to go in the margin to really start using the glitch as you want, and fly around and just be really crazy and go to the discovery of various art form that will be placed in the space around, in the margin around the main level that would be photorealistic. So this is the next step right now, and I'm diving in this project as we speak. And so stay tuned for another devlog video where I will be able to show you this next step, which is the art direction and the real level. But for now, this is the prototype I have, and I'm pretty pleased with it. And so I hope you like it. So again, any commentary, really welcome. So see you in the next devlog.